Hello, dear students, good morning. Today we are going to start a new chapter, and the name of the chapter is Mother's Day. You all have heard the celebration of this day, Mother's Day. So, this chapter actually tells us how important is mother in anyone's life and what kind of treatment the mother is actually getting in the society, and how can the mother herself improve her status. It is written by J.B. Priestley. Mother's Day, a play by J.B. Priestley, portraying the status of a mother in a household. He humorously discovers the story when Mrs. Pearson stands up for her rights and how her family reacts at this. So the mother in the play stands up for her rights, and the family is very much shocked. How can a mother demand anything? Do you remember your mother demanded anything? I want a break. I want to go on a holiday. I want a new smartphone. These kind of demands are somewhere not there a part of any mother's life. So when the mother in the play stood up for her rights, the whole family members were really very shocked. So what is the summary about of this chapter? Her neighbor is Mrs. Fitzgerald, a fortune teller, future teller, and a magician. Mrs. Fitzgerald comes with a plan. She offered that they could exchange bodies, and then with Pearson's body, she would teach a lesson to Pearson's family that Mrs. Pearson could not herself, for she was too humble and nice to do that. So Mrs. Pearson was offered by Mrs. Fitzgerald that their bodies will remain same, but their conscience or their personality will be changed. Now the personality of Mrs. Fitzgerald will be in Pearson's body, and personality of Pearson would be in Fitzgerald's body. Why was it required? Mrs. Fitzgerald thought that I am very much strong. I can teach Mrs. Pearson's family a lesson. Mrs. Pearson herself cannot do that. No mother is able to teach the family with, you can say, cruelty or strictness. No, mothers are always loving to all the family members. So that's why Mrs. Fitzgerald offered that she, in the body of Mrs. Fitzgerald, would be living in Mrs. Pearson's house. Though reluctant, she did not like the idea. She did not want to do that. Mrs. Pearson agreed to the idea, and the two means Mrs. Pearson and Mrs. Fitzgerald, exchanged their bodies. Mrs. Pearson was still not sure and asked Mrs. Fitzgerald if she could get her body back, because even after getting changed, she was not able to feel that way she should. She said, "Oh, I just want to be in my body." However, determined, Fitzgerald tells Pearson to not worry and that she would handle the matter carefully. She said, "Don't worry, I'll be handling your family carefully." Mrs. Pearson, now having Mrs. Fitzgerald's personality, smoked a cigarette and was confident than ever. So now we are going to see a changed Mrs. Pearson. Now she will not be humble and soft and just for the family. Now she is having the personality of Mrs. Fitzgerald due to the magic. So whatever she is behaving, this behavior is of Mrs. Fitzgerald, not of Mrs. Pearson. Please be clear. If she is smoking, Mrs. Pearson doesn't smoke, but now she can be seen smoking. Why? Because in her body there is personality of Mrs. Fitzgerald. So she smoked a cigarette. A few moments later, her daughter Doris entered the house and started demanding tea and her dress, and this was the daily routine. This daughter came and gave orders to her mother. She was stunned, shocked to see her mother smoking, and that she had not prepared tea for her, and that her dress was not ready as well. It was a great shock for Doris. For the first time in the life, mother had not obeyed her daughter. Okay, mother had not obeyed her daughter. Usually what happened that Doris gave so many orders to her mother, and her mother used to follow all that, but today, because there was Mrs. Fitzgerald actually, so no work was done of Doris. Doris told her mother that she was to go out with Charles Spencer, on which the mother remarked if she could not find someone better. So the mother was so rude with her daughter when Doris said, I'm going out on a date with some Charles Spencer. She said, oh, he is so ugly looking boy. Can't you find anyone better? This broke Doris and she left weeping. So Doris was very much hurt and she left weeping. Then came the son, Cyril Pearson, who is amused, entertained at his mother's strange behavior. They get into an argument too. Cyril and Mrs. Pearson, having Mrs. Fitzgerald in her body, please remember. The children could not baffle the situation, control the situation, handle the situation. When the mother left to fetch the stout, the children discussed their mother's behavior. Doris felt that it might have been that mother got her head hit. Maybe that her head is hit with something and she has gone crazy and her mind is not working. Then enters mother with a bottle of stout and a glass half filled with it. The children began to laugh and the mother chided them, scolded them, and asked them to behave like grown-ups. So the mother did not like the laughter of the kids and she started strictly handling them. Don't laugh, behave like grown-ups. Doris then asked her mother for her such behavior and if they had done something wrong. So Doris actually asked her mother, why are you behaving in this way? Have we done something wrong? Why are you behaving in this way with us? Please tell. So now Doris and Cyril, who were actually used to get their orders completed by their mother, were quite stunned and shocked looking at how their mother was behaving in her own way. Then Mrs. Pearson tells them that it is actually the children's and her husband's behavior that has disturbed her. She said, no, I'm all okay, but I am behaving in this way because you and your father behave like this every day. They always come and go without bothering about her. So now she complained. Mrs. Pearson as a mother was never ever able to complain what she was feeling. But now Mrs. Fitzgerald in the body of Mrs. Pearson was telling each and every feeling of Mrs. Pearson to the family. They always come and go without bothering about her. She remarks that while the three of them do a job of 40 hours a week, with 2 days at the weekend, she goes on working 7 days round the clock. And it happens with every mother. If there are some people who are going on jobs, or you, the people who are studying, you do study for just maximum 4 to 6 hours a day or 8 hours a day, 40 hours a week. But the mother, she has to work without any weekend, without any break, 24/7. She proclaimed that she would do some work on Saturday and Sunday only if she is thanked for everything. And for the first time, Mrs. Pearson demanded that she wanted a holiday, she wanted an off. She said, I'll be doing some work on Saturday, not the whole household work. I'll be doing some work on Saturday, and Sunday, you just be thankful for everything. I'm not going to do anything. When the mother scolded Doris and Cyril, duly entered George Pearson, husband of Mrs. Pearson, and is annoyed, angry at her wife sipping stout. He told her that he would have dinner at the club and that he did not want tea. So George Pearson said, I don't want tea and don't make dinner for me. These were the orders actually given to the mother by Cyril, Doris and George Pearson. Everybody came, barked orders and went away. Nobody asked, how are you feeling? How was your day? Do you want something? No, nobody asked this. The wife told him that there was no tea. George Pearson did not want tea, but he was shocked when his wife told him that I have not prepared tea today. He got annoyed, and the wife then said that when he did not want tea, then why he was fighting for it. George himself said, I don't want tea, but now he was angry that why have you not prepared tea? That's okay if I don't want it, but it's your duty, you should prepare tea. Look at the arrogance, and you can see how dominating George Pearson is. Mr. Pearson is surprised at such behavior of his wife. The wife continues to rebuke, scold the husband, telling him that why he goes to the club when he's a joke among all there. See, Mrs. Pearson, with Mrs. Fitzgerald personality, of course, now is embarrassing her husband as well. She said, "Why do you want to go to club? Everybody makes joke of you." He stunned and demanded the truth from his son. He looked at his son. He just wanted to confirm, really? Do the people at club make jokes of me? Cyril got upset at his mother, yet told the father that it was the truth. Yes, he was mocked at the club. The people used to call him Pompey, Ompy, Pearson, but still he was very happy and going to club. Then enters Mrs. Fitzgerald, now actually with Mrs. Pearson's personality. Mrs. Pearson told her that she was just putting everyone at place and that the things were all right. So now the two ladies had the conversation, and here Mrs. Pearson told Mrs. Fitzgerald, having vice versa personalities. Okay, Mrs. Pearson having personality of Mrs. Fitzgerald, Mrs. Fitzgerald having personality of Mrs. Pearson. So Mrs. Pearson told Mrs. Fitzgerald that everything was all right now. She has rebuked all the members of the family and everybody was now okay. Mrs. Fitzgerald requested to have her body then, and they got into their original bodies, and Mrs. Fitzgerald left. So the personalities were again exchanged. Mrs. Fitzgerald went away, and now Mrs. Pearson was there in the house having her own personality. Now she was very polite, she was not cruel, she was not strict. The mother and the children and husband smiled at each other, and it was decided that they all will have the dinner together and play a game of rummy. So they all cancelled their plans of going out. It happens that the children go out with their mates, and the males or the husbands go on their own parties, and the lady of the house remains alone. She doesn't have any weekend, she doesn't have anyone to play with her. So ultimately, after getting some strict comments and some, you can say, strict handling by Mrs. Fitzgerald, the whole family members were now trying to show their respect to the lady of the house, the mother, and so they cancelled their plan and they decided that they will have the dinner together and they will play a game of rummy. This is it. So this day is named as Mother's Day. So Mother's Day is not particular for a day when you click selfies with your mother and you take care of her and you make cakes for her. No, Mother's Day is for every day. Every day you should give regard and respect to your moms. She also needs some time for herself. She also wants to follow her hobbies. She also wants to enjoy her life. So whenever you have some time, share your feelings with your mom and ask her also to share her feelings with you. Give her an off in a week, please, and enjoy Mother's Day every day. Okay, and now I'm going to give you today's word.
Penchant is similarly. Next, a strong liking. A strong or habitual liking